So, did OpenAI build AGI? Are they about to deploy AGI? No, this isn't clickbait, so let's talk about it. So for those of you who didn't know, on Tuesday, March the 24th, 2026, Sam Altman stood up in front of his entire company and he told them three things. One, he's done overseeing AI safety. He's actually handing it off so he can focus on building data centers at an unprecedented scale. Two, they've completed the initial development of its next AI model, codenamed Spud, and they're quitting Sora. And three, he's renaming the product team. It's no longer called product, it is now called AGI deployment. That is not a research label, that's not an aspirational goal, that's a deployment team, as in, we built it, now we're shipping it. And that's why I have the question. Did AGI happen? Did OpenAI actually build something impressive? I mean, when we look back at their history, they've been doing that for years. The question is, why is everyone, and I mean everyone, suddenly acting like AGI already happened? And if you haven't been paying attention to the AI community recently, let me show you guys exactly what I mean. So if you haven't seen Jensen Huang's statement recently, 2 days ago, 2 days before that internal meeting, Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA, the company whose chips power roughly 80% of all AI training on Earth, he actually went on Lex Fridman and said plainly, I think it's now. I think we've actually achieved AGI. A crazy, crazy statement. And then that same week, Mark Gubrud, the man who literally invented the term artificial general intelligence back in 1997, posted on X, I invented the term and I say we have achieved AGI. So what is going on? Did we just quietly arrive at AGI? And if we did, why does it feel like nobody outside of the AI world even noticed? So let's actually talk about Jensen Huang's statement in a little bit more detail, because this claim went completely viral and it actually links back to Sam Altman's. So on this Lex Fridman podcast, Lex Fridman essentially asked a specific question and he defines AGI as an AI that could start, grow and run a technology company that's worth more than $1 billion. And then he asked, how far away is that? 5 years, 20, 10 years? And he said, I think that's now. I think we've achieved AGI.
I think it's now. I think we've achieved AGI.
Now that does sound massive, but if you listen to what he says next, he actually talks about OpenClaw, the open source AI agent platform, and suggested that one of those agents could create a basic web service, some app that goes viral, a few billion people might use it, and then it would probably die shortly after, like the .com era. And he said something critical. The odds of, one of those agents building NVIDIA is 0%. And I understand why he would say that, but let's be clear about what he's saying when it comes to AGI. He's not claiming that AI can think like a human. He's not claiming it can reason across unfamiliar situations, navigate a kitchen, or sustain a strategy over months. He admitted all of those are missing. What he's saying is that AI can now generate $1 billion in economic value, even if it's a flash in the pan. And that's a financial definition of AGI, not a cognitive one. And here's where it gets interesting. This is coming from the man whose company is valued at roughly $4 trillion. The company that actually profits directly from the belief that AGI is here. You see, at GTC earlier this month, Huang projected at least $1 trillion in chip sales from Blackwell and Vera Rubin platforms through 2027. And if AGI is achieved, then the demand for his chips only go up. And that's not necessarily a lie, but think about it. That's a hell of an incentive. And it's also worth noting that back in 2023, at a New York Book Summit, Jensen defined AGI differently. Back then, he said it was software that could pass tests approximating normal human intelligence. And he said that it was still 5 years away. Now, 3 years later, rather than saying we got here, he changed to what we getting there means. And here's where it gets weird, because the guy who coined the AGI term in the first place actually agrees with Jensen. You see, this guy is a physicist, and in 1997, he was writing about nanotechnology and military risks, and he needed a term to distinguish the narrow AI of that era. Expert systems, chess programs, from something broader, something that can match the human brain in complexity, speed, and reason with general knowledge and operate in virtually any scenario where human intelligence would usually be required. So he actually wrote this in a paper called Nanotechnology and International Security. Now, the paper didn't go viral and nobody really noticed for years, but in around 2002, Shane Legg, who would go on to co-found Google DeepMind, independently reinvented the term while working with Ben Goertzel. And Legg himself later admitted that someone popped up in and said, I coined this term in 1997, and we were like, who are you? And then they checked, and he really did have a paper. You can see here on his tweet, he actually says that I invented the term AGI, and I believe we've actually achieved it. Current models perform at roughly high human level in command of language and general knowledge, but work thousands of times faster than us. Still some, major scaling deficiencies, but they're falling fast. And that's a much more measured claim than Jensen Huang's. He's saying, look, I set the bar in 1997, and current models broadly clear that. Of course, with caveats, they're not perfect, but they're fast and improving. And Shane Legg, the guy who popularized AGI and is now the chief AGI scientist at Google DeepMind, he's been saying for over a decade that he actually predicted human-level AGI around 2025. In a 2009 blog post, he wrote, "My prediction for the last 10 years has been roughly human-level AGI in the year 2025, although I also predict that skeptics will deny it when it happens." Now, as of late 2025, he refined that to a 50% chance by 2028, and he called it a clear technological path. So when we actually take a quick look at things, the inventor of the term says we're there, the man who popularized the term says we're there, and the CEO who profits most from AGI says we're definitely there. Which brings us back to that Tuesday meeting at OpenAI. Sam Altman didn't just announce a new model, he announced a full restructuring of the company around the assumption that AGI is imminent, or already here. Firstly, the model named Spud had completed pre-training, and Altman told models, and Sam Altman has already told employees that it would be a very strong model, launching within weeks, one that could truly accelerate the economy. Now, no specific benchmarks were shared. The internal energy, according to the experts, were that things were moving faster than many expected. And second, the organizational changes. The AI safety team is being moved under Chief Research Officer Mark Chen's research division. The security team now reports to the co-founder Greg Brockman, who's leading a new scale division, and Sam Altman himself is stepping back from directly overseeing those teams to focus on fundraising, supply chains, and building data centers at unprecedented scale. And third, and this is the headline, Fujisimo's product organization has been renamed to AGI Deployment. So we need to really let that sink in for a second. This is the team that ships ChatGPT, that builds consumer-facing tools, and they've renamed it AGI Deployment. And this is not a research aspiration pinned to a whiteboard, that's an operational label on the team that puts products into people's hands. And so to free up the compute for all of this, OpenAI, I'm sure many of you guys are aware, they killed Sora, the entire AI video platform. Standalone app, the API, the planned ChatGPT integration, all of that is gone. And with that, the billion-dollar Disney partnership, which included licensing over 200 characters and planned distribution on Disney+, all of it cancelled. A Disney person even said that we respect OpenAI's decision to exit the video generation space and redirect its focus. You see, the message is clear. OpenAI is consolidating everything, the Codex coding agent and the Atlas browser, into a single desktop super app. Enterprise, coding, reasoning, that is their big bet. And so we need to look at the money behind the word. You see, most people don't realize that AGI is not just some technical milestone. For OpenAI, this is a big contractual trigger. You see, OpenAI's charter defines AGI as a highly autonomous system that outperforms humans at most economically valuable work. And buried in the original Microsoft partnership was a clause. You see, if OpenAI achieves AGI, Microsoft loses access to those new models. And the deal also stipulated that OpenAI would no longer be required to use Microsoft's cloud. The revenue share, which is roughly 20% of OpenAI's revenue flowing to Microsoft, would essentially end. And now the partnership was actually renegotiated on October 2025. Microsoft's IP rights were extended through 2032, and any AGI declaration now has to be verified by an independent expert panel. Now, the incentive structure does remain. You see, OpenAI is valued at around $730 to $800 billion after raising $110 billion in February 2026 from SoftBank, Nvidia, and Amazon. And it's actually eyeing an IPO. And if they declare AGI, or implying it, positions that the company not just as a tech leader, but as the company that crossed the most important threshold in computing history. Now, Sam Altman actually said earlier this year, late last year, that AGI, it's not a super useful term. He told CNBC that the problem is that there are multiple definitions being used by multiple companies and individuals. And in February 2026, speaking in New Delhi, he said that AGI actually feels pretty close at this point. And he warned that the world is not prepared. And he actually set a target for an AI level researcher by September 2026 and a fully automated AI researcher by March 2028. And now in March 2026, he's naming his deployment team after it. So if we go back to where all of this started, Tuesday, March 24th, 2026, Sam Altman stands in front of his company and renames his product team AGI Deployment. He hasn't formally declared AGI. OpenAI's charter still requires a board determination and now an independent expert panel before that's official, but he's named the team, he's trained the model, he's killed the distractions, he's dropped the safety oversight, and he's pouring everything into this, into what comes next. You see Jensen Huang says it's there, the man who coined the term says it's there, the man who popularized it and predicted this exact moment 17 years ago in 2009 says it's there, and yet these same people will tell you in the same breath that AI cannot run a company, can't navigate an unfamiliar room, can't sustain a plan across months the way a human can. So maybe the real story isn't whether AGI has arrived, maybe the real story is that the most powerful people in technology has decided it's more useful to say it has, whether it's fully true or not. Because once you name the deployment team, you're no longer asking if, you're telling the world it's shipping. So let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. You've been watching AI Grid, and do you think we've achieved AGI? And I'll see you guys in the next one.